Alright friends, welcome back to Mining Positivity 100-Day Island Survival. So we have a crisis on the island. And the crisis is this guy right there. So when we first came to this island, we were getting spawns. And I think the reason we're not getting any more animal spawns is because I've kind of put things and created like spawn-proof areas. So for instance, I was trying to push the grass over here, but I'm pretty sure ooh, there's some gunpowder there from the creeper I killed. But I'm just trying to push the grass over here, but that's not going to do anything. I don't think that any of there's so many things here. How did I leave all this stuff last time? Anything else? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome. So I don't think pushing the grass is going to help very much. We're going to try that too. But I think what will help is if I just clear everything out. Okay, trees chopped down. Next phase of this is to turn this kind of gap here where we go mining into a flat land by mining up a bunch of the dirt around here and then filling in that area. So I'm going to do that next. Alright, I had the perfect amount to fill this in. Now, if things don't start spawning here, I don't know what to do. But one thing I don't want to do is risk any creepers blowing up our nice hard work right there. So I'm just going to flip this day over. And then we're going to continue mining out some more dirt. Because this episode today is going to be all about transforming the top of this island completely now. Now I feel like we have enough resources, we can actually build a few things. And I want to do that. And I kind of like what's happening in the inside already. We're getting that nice kind of cave feel in here. It's looking very cool. Okay, I got a lot of dirt, so I want to go ahead and kind of finish off what I was doing over here to kind of push the sand back a bit and give us some more grassland for some builds and things like that. And since I'm pretty sure changing this from sand to grass won't actually change any spawn rates for cows or sheep or anything like that, what it will do is give us some building area for some of the things I want to do today. Okay, I've used up all the dirt I had. I pushed the shore back quite a bit in a lot of places. We have this nice green open patch area here. Hopefully, we're going to wind up getting some animals. I don't really know what else I can do other than to strip the entire island bare, other than the house and maybe our potato field here, but I don't want to do that. Like, I really don't want to do that, so I'm hoping this winds up getting us what we need. But since we have that in place, I see that our sugarcane is starting to spawn in, and that might give us enough to actually make one book, which is all we need right now to make our enchantment table. So we were able to make our one book, and we still have 13 leather left over. So those wandering traders are actually coming in really handy. Those llamas, yeah, they saved us. They saved us big time since we weren't able to actually get any cows coming out. So let's just grab everything we need to make our enchanting table now. All right, we got our enchantment table. It's going to be a really long time if we don't get another cow before we can actually like make a full level 30 enchantment. I don't even know when we'd ever even get to level 30. But I'm thinking we're going to put our enchanting room somewhere like right here. I think like this area, opening it up, is going to help us out quite a bit. So I'm just going to push this back a little bit, give us some room to put some bookshelves eventually, and then we'll put it down. All right, so we're going to put it right there. This is a big moment. This is a big moment right here. All right. What would be our first enchantment? Oh no. Unbreaking? Unbreaking, huh? So before we even have the option to enchant anything, we need to find some lapis. We haven't done that yet. We haven't run across any in our mining adventures. But we're going to hold off on mining because, like I said, I want to build a few things here. I want to continue our path around the island. I want to hope that we get an actual cow coming. We need to finish up our potatoes and then use our fortune hoe that we found at that ruined portal. But right now, I think we'll just do some fishing. Okay, I'm fishing and I look over here and I see the wheat is just going absolutely berserk, which I don't understand because it wasn't growing for the longest time and now it's growing like crazy. So, I mean, I'll take it. I'm not complaining. We'll definitely take it. It's just strange how, like, all of a sudden it's growing, like, just all over the place. Alright, the sun's starting to set. I say we cook up some of this fish and get up our hunger meter. I'm getting pretty hungry now. Alright, got ourselves 10 fish. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead and cook up some more fish just so we have some actual edible food on us. And we'll get to building. So the first thing I want to do is build a dock. I got a great comment about building a fishing dock, and I think that's a good idea. And so I'm thinking I want to be about this height, though. I don't like fishing like right here. I don't like that. I'd like to actually be able to look down at the water. So I'm thinking right here is where we can put the dock, and then we'll have a path come over, and it'll look great. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of fill this in a bit. Or actually, you know what? We'll leave it. Let's go grab some of our wood and get to building. So we're thinking about putting the dock right about this height. Let's see, maybe here? Yeah, that's still, it doesn't have to be all the way up here, but at least like right here I think is good. And so I'm going to put this as a temporary block. And then I'm going to use half slabs down at the bottom. So that'll put us at this height, and I still feel like that's pretty good looking down at the water. So let's go ahead and start making our dock floor. Okay, I think that's the foundation of the dock, and we're going to swap out some of these blocks and things like that, but I think that looks pretty good as far as what I was looking to build. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just kind of put some support beams in here. So these things aren't just like floating out in oblivion. And then, in anticipation of something like this, I created that vine farm because we're going to want some, like, mossy cobblestone. So, let's go ahead and do that. And let's just kind of peek at the island and make sure we haven't gotten any animals to spawn. I would have thought by now something would have spawned here. The other thing I realized is that we absolutely don't need the cows. We could do piglin bartering and get all the leather we need. There's tons and tons of gold in the nether, and we could just barter with the piglins. It's just super strange to me. It's just so strange that we're not getting any animal spawns here, and when we first got to the island, those 5 guys right there spawned in. Or 4. These 4 guys right here spawned in right when we got here, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But let's go ahead and harvest from our vine farm here, and then make some mossy cobblestone. Alright, we were able to make 11 mossy cobblestone, which is good. And the deal is that we don't actually have to have it go all the way down in moss. It's fine if we have a few Oh, I didn't want to do that. A few that are just regular stone as well. And like I said, we'll be able to come back and add some more to that. But for now, that's plenty good. Alright, so now for some like additional detailing and some changing of some of these blocks here. But one thing we can do pretty easily to improve the look of this is to just put in some of these barrels here, which will give it some texture and variety, but also give us some functional storage for when we're fishing. In fact, I think we should just put barrels everywhere. I think that would look a lot better. So I'm curious what these birch trapdoors that I'd use for my cabinets would look like on top of these things. They're really bright, but I don't mind it actually. And if we face them all in the same way, then it should look pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, I want to make a lantern. I know that's not like the most efficient use of my iron in this early game, but we can't have a fishing dock and not have like a lantern out there somewhere. Like, it'll just look very, very strange, I think. So I'm thinking maybe like here we have the lantern. And then we need one more of these here. See, this part's strange because these two could face each other, these two could face each other, but I need to put something different here. I think we could put a fish on an actual, like, item frame, and that might be okay. Okay, the more I look at these birch covers, the more I actually don't like them. They're starting to drive me nuts. It's just so bright. It's so bright. I almost think it would look better if they were just the barrels. Okay, we have our little fishing dock here. I like it. It's cute. It's small. It's perfect for the island. We don't need anything massive around here. One thing I think I do want to have is a large tree. So let's go ahead and plant another tree over here in hopes that we get the large variant. I think a nice large tree right there would be very, very, very nice. Next up is I want to expand the wheat field. I want the wheat field to kind of come up and creep along this side of the island completely. In order to do this, we're going to have to make some slabs and kind of create a slope that we can walk up and down on this side over here. Okay, while I was working on the wheat, I think our potatoes are finally ready to fully harvest, and I've got my fortune hoe, and so let's hope we just get a ton of potatoes here. Yeah, we did. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So food is no longer a problem. So we finally got to that point. It took a while, but we got there. Food is no longer an issue. We can cook these up. And even store some. Okay, this area is done. We have a little walk path up here, which will lead us into a path right here, which will lead us through a path over here. And then toward, we'll say this way, to this path. And then also, we'll have this path kind of branch out this way and go toward the dock. Okay, I'm kind of using a mixture of slabs and stairs and everything to create these paths. And so far, it's looking pretty good. I'm liking it. Alright, the next thing I want to work on is I'm thinking I want a little, like, pond area. I'm thinking I want that here, which means we need to move our animals. So maybe we should make an animal pen next. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, for this animal pen, we're going to be utilizing a lot of leaves. And this tree did not grow the way I was hoping it would. It's not one of the large variants. So we're going to just rip it down and take all these leaves with us. Okay, I'm thinking the back end of the animal pen is going to be... Actually, I think what we're going to do is raise this up and push it back, and then put our animal pen against the back of it. Alright, nothing too crazy, nothing too over the top, because we don't have too many resources, so we can't go absolutely nuts. But I'm hoping maybe we can get away with putting some of these on the top. I don't know that we'll have enough for that. We're so close, I can't leave it like that. We might as well just make some more. Actually, what we can do to kind of give this a little more depth is to make breakdown points inside of this shape and use the half slab that the animals will see as a secondary block to kind of still block them in, but not have it be a complete square. So maybe what we have is something to the effect of pillars. Now we can put these here. See, I can't even jump over that. We'll need a little bit of lighting. And then we just need to move our buddies in. I'm actually wondering if I just want to make 3 of these and just have, like, the sheep, the pigs, and the cow have their own little places. That might be pretty nice. So the reason I'm keeping the animals on a lead will help them not despawn. Because, like, if they're just in there and they've never been bred, then there's a higher chance that they're going to despawn on me. So I'm keeping them on the lead. And as far as the pig, I'm thinking he's going to get something completely different than the 2 of them. And that's going to be somewhere else. So I may just put him here for now. But this is probably where his home's going to be. Okay, next up on our little animal relocation project, I'm going to try to move this beehive. I think I can move it without Silk Touch. I'm pretty sure I don't need Silk Touch. Like, almost 100% positive. But I don't know for sure. But we're gonna... There's only one way to find out, right? I could look it up, or I could just do this right now. Oh, no, okay. That's not what I wanted. Okay, all the bees will die if they sting me, so we'll have to leave that be until they calm down. I thought as long as it would be on the smoke, they wouldn't be mad and it would be okay, but apparently not. And so did we lose the beehive as well? We did lose the beehive. Okay. Well, that stinks. What I was wanting to do was to put them right here on this tree. I've got lots of beehives, so we got another 3 over here, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I needed to get this tree and this thing out of here. But, oh, that hurt a little bit. So while I'm terraforming all of this, one of the other things I'm doing is getting myself a bunch of dirt to keep pushing back the sand. Okay, we got a little bit going on in here. I have a second lily pad I can throw down. There's no reason for this little pond other than I wanted it, so I wanted to build it, so I built it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to guarantee ourselves some large trees right here by this pond, which is going to immensely make it look better. Okay, once these trees sprout up and we replace the dirt with more of the log, then this little spot right here is going to look really cool. It's going to look awesome. Totally worth it. The last thing I want to do is actually begin what I would call the nether spread right here. So we got some of those items from our nether trip at the beginning of the last episode. And so I kind of want to make that feel like it's bleeding out into the island a bit. And that'll be the last thing. If you're like me, you're freaking out on how many days we just skipped right there. So yeah, it's kind of time to call this quits a little bit. All right, there we go. We got our nether spread beginning to happen here. And it looks pretty cool. It's definitely adding some flair to the island. All right, there's so many more things I want to do, but I promise I won't blast through 100 days just like decorating this island. We still have a lot of things to accomplish, but this was worth it. I like the dock. The dock is cool. It's a good place for us to come and fish now. And this is going to look really cool once all the trees sprout up and I can replace those stalks. And that looks awesome. And we moved the animals, and I don't know, we haven't gotten any more like spawns, but maybe we will, and we could just trade with the piglins. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode of Mining Positivity. Bye, friends!